Okay, finally back at it again. I've been down for a couple of months. I've had some medical conditions I had to get taken care of. I had a hip replaced actually. And glad to have that over with. And I wanted to come out and do some flying. I've actually been up a time or two, but I wanted to come out and do some testing today. I've got some weight in the airplane that I'm gonna fly around the pattern with to test weight carrying capability off of my runway. It's got the weight available to it, but I've got a fairly short runway, so I'm testing how much I can take. I've actually done this before. I've got 200 pounds on the airplane and 15 gallons of fuel, just verifying that. Once we get back on the ground, we're going around the pattern one time. We're going to put another, 5 gallons of fuel on board, maybe 5 gallons maybe, and then go around and try it again, see how it does, until I just don't feel comfortable anymore, or it's just full fuel. And I'm hoping that we can get to where we're full fuel and can leave out of here fully loaded if we're going on a trip somewhere. Anyway, man, am I glad to be back flying. It's fantastic. I know I got your face in the sun here. We're ready to go. We're going to give this a shot. I've already completed the checklist. Alright, that wasn't terribly fun. Alright. Coming around to land. Still got a little bit of wind out of the south, pushing me around a little bit. Wasn't too bad. The takeoff was a little more exciting than I would like. I was airborne at 40 something, and which is, it's great that I can be airborne that slow, but I didn't get the nose down enough to accelerate as quickly as I would like, so I was really mushing for a bit. And then once I got it to 68 or so, started raising the flaps up, it accelerated right away, and then started climbing pretty well. But so I have to work on that. Gonna shut off here just for a second, and I'll see you back in a minute after I add some fuel. I have round two. Still got the 200 pounds of weight on the airplane, and Now I have 20 gallons of fuel. I have 10 gallons in each tank on each side, and we'll go around the pattern and try it one more time. Click. Okay, there we go. I'm just going to go around the pattern here real quick. Set the altimeter. That's it. Transponder's on. The checklist is complete. I'm going to turn around and use all the runway I can possibly get my hands on because we're pretty heavy. And I'm going to use a little bit different technique this time. I talked to Mike, and he was saying that yesterday when I took Gary off that we got the tail, the nose wheel comes up on this right away almost on takeoff, which I like because I want to get it off the ground and get that nose wheel off of all the bumps and stuff on the ground. But he was saying that it was really high and the tail was almost, rubbing the ground for a long ways, and it's really draggy, and so it takes the airplane longer to accelerate for takeoff speed. So the idea today is I'm going to get the nose wheel up like that, but then I'm going to try to get it as close to the ground as possible without being on the ground, just kind of skimming the grass, and hopefully to give the airplane a little bit better opportunity to be aerodynamic and accelerate quicker to takeoff speed. We'll see what that does. I'm going to try that here in just a few minutes on this takeoff. I got to text Mike and let him know that I'm taking off. Lamps are good. Here we go. Much better. Boy, that technique worked a ton better. Still climbing at 1,000 feet a minute, 1,200 feet a minute at 80 with this load. That's pretty good. Okay, coming around on base leg here. I see the runway over there. Pretty hard winds out of the south. Up here anyway. Starting to get a little gusty. A little bit more flaps in. Flaps are fully in, 75 miles an hour. Miles an hour, 65, 68, 69, right around 70 or so at this weight, I would think. There's not really any bumps to speak of, just a couple here. Around 70 miles an hour is probably the right speed. Just coming down final. I got to clear the trees on 225 and then get myself down pretty quick to the end of the runway. I don't want to be too fast here because I got to lower the nose. You're going to gain some speed. Way better. better than the first takeoff because of the technique. I'm pretty happy with that. One more time around the pattern like that and I'll be happy. As a matter of fact, if it goes okay with full fuel, I'll probably just go fly around for a little bit and have some fun. That takeoff was significantly better though, keeping that nose wheel just almost to the ground. It was light, it even actually touched the ground at one point, but it was so much better, that takeoff. So much more in control. Okay. All right. We'll be back in a few minutes. We'll do it again with full fuel. Clip. Okay. All right, we're at it again. See what we can get here as far as footage on round number 3. Full loaded, we're completely maxed out, full of fuel. Got the equivalent of another person in bags, as if I'm going on a trip somewhere. Yeah, getting off of my little runway, that's the kicker. The last one went so well that we're going to go ahead and try this one also. Okay, let me get my ADS-B. Once I get airborne on this one, I'm gonna just I think I'm gonna go fly around and burn some fuel and fiddle around and have some fun. I think we're good to go. Still no traffic. Send them on a heading that takes me back to my place. Let's go unload this airplane. There she goes. I just love this opener that Mike set up for me. I can open the garage, open the hangar from the airplane. I don't have to get out and do any of that. I really appreciate you guys watching, joining me today on my really first real flight back since, like I said, I had a hip replacement actually. And oh, it's been such a challenge to get back up to speed, but it's going well, and we're flying again, and I'm really happy about that. And the airplane's really capable. Showed me today it can go absolutely full load out and get out of my runway just fine using good soft field techniques, short field techniques. So thanks for joining me. Hey, it was fun, and I look forward to doing another one. I'll try to do more at least once a week. In the wintertime it's a little tougher, but either flying video or some kind of video about, I'm going to review the Zenith 601, I'm going to review the avionics that I'm using, and then of course the Viking 130. I've talked about the company a little bit. I would like to talk a little bit about the engine itself and the things that I like about it, or maybe don't like so much, which I'm not sure I can think of much of that. But anyway, it's a good motor. And but anyway, thanks for joining. Hey guys, do me a favor, subscribe if you like it, if you like what I'm doing, or even if you don't. And better yet, even make a comment. I'd love to talk to you via the texting on the videos. So make a comment whether you like it, whether you don't. If I'm doing something stupid, if I'm doing something smart, that would be a shock. Thanks guys, we'll see you next time. Have a good one.